Greetings, brothers and sisters. Welcome to another episode of the Numerovational Perspective. Today's topic will be karma and dharma, a numerovational perspective. If you can hear me in the chat, please press the number 1. If you could hear me in the chat, please press the number 1. As we allow the meditation music to get into our very being, our very soul. I want all of you to relax. Take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. I want to ask and invite all of your ancestors and the creative force from outside of you and inside of you to allow yourself to be open to the message that I have for today. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. For all my brothers and sisters out there that are on the spiritual journey, we're going to delve into something a little different. It's a different presentation. It's a different presentation. It's a different day. It's the month of March. As we march on to higher levels, higher understanding, higher consciousness, I want everybody to take their time out. Take the time out and take another deep breath. Take another deep breath. Exhale. Ashe. Namaste. Hope everybody's feeling well out there today. Today's topic, again, is karma and dharma, a numerovational perspective. Relax, sit back if you want. And if you're driving, stay focused. Wouldn't want anything to happen to you. This is the mathematical universe. I am your brother, King Frank. I want to say Hotep, Shalom, Peace, Islam, Assalamu alaikum, Irish, all of you out there. We're going to take a different approach to this particular topic, because I believe the topic is very necessary. And I want to show you one of the meanings of the word karma. Karma is an action that can be either good or bad, positive and negative. It's a cause and effect. That's what karma actually means. Let me say that again. The word karma is an action, cause and effect, that can be either good or bad, positive and negative, or constructive and destructive. The word dharma is a moral direction for karma to bear positive and auspicious fruits for the believer. Again, the word dharma is a moral direction karma to bear positive and auspicious fruits for the believer. Take a deep breath, family. Now that we're in the month of March, I want you to understand the mathematics of March 2024. Not just March 1st, 2024, but March 2024. Remember, March is the third month, and we're in 2024. That adds up to a number 8, and 3 plus 8 is 11. So we're in a universal 11 frequency as we enter the month of March. So, as you know, 11 is the number of spiritual healers, spiritual teachers, spiritual guide, paying attention to your intuition. Very important in this month, as it coincides with the number 8 coming from 2024. Or I may say 20 plus 24 equals 44. And 45, 46, 47, if you add the 3 to the 44, still adds up to 47, which equates to the number 11. So to this particular month, in contrast with the 2024, equates to the number 11, the master number, the runway. And I want everybody out there to think very carefully about what you are doing, what type of action that you're putting out there. What are you showing the world? Are you a solution or are you the problem? Are you the solution or are you the problem in this realm? In your family, in your job, to your circle, in your community. And those that are walking the spiritual path, most of you are working on becoming the solution. And I am proud of you. I applaud you. I had to work to become the solution. And I'm still working on managing my weaknesses and strengthening my strengths. All of us are working on ourselves. So if the word karma is a cause and effect, which actually means cause and effect, is an action that can be either good or bad, positive or negative, constructive or destructive. It behooves all of us to maintain a discipline of who we are, and what is our pedigree, and why were we created for this realm? Why were you created for this realm? (11:11) is the time right now on the East Coast. So let's get ready to go in. Again, the topic for today. Is a numerovational perspective of the words karma and dharma. I want everybody again to take a deep breath, take a very deep breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Thank you all. Now, I'm going to allow people to ask questions, but it will be donation driven. It's going to be donation driven today. Today's the 1st of March. And when you add 3 plus 1 plus the 8, that equals the number 12. And 12 equals the number 3, but the 12, the 1 and the 2, the 1 and the 2 represents creativity and having compassion and balance. The number 1 represents creative aspect of who you are, the paradigm shift of who you are, and recognizing that each one of us have an individual role in this lifetime. And if we pay close attention to that, and we find that individual road and that can take you to the next level, numerovation can help you, numerology can help you, astronumerology can help you, cardology can help you, astrology can help you. So it's very important that you take the time out and recognize who, what you are, not just physically, but also spiritually, mathematically. Very important that you recognize that. So today's topic, like I said, is, again, karma and dharma, a numerovational perspective of the words. Because many of us throw these words around very loosely. And yes, it can be interchangeable, but each one of them have a specific role, not only from their meaning, but also from their mathematics. Again, the word karma is an action that can be either good or bad, positive or negative. It actually means cause and effect. The word dharma is a moral direction for karma to bear positive and auspicious fruits for the believer. And there's another meaning I'd like to break down. It says karma is often used interchangeably with dharma, but there is a difference between the two. Karma results from our past and present actions and those we will perform, while dharma is righteousness, a moral code of living. Dharma can also mean religion, spiritual, or belief system. So there's another meaning to that word, dharma and karma, from another perspective, but still have the same meaning along that line. So in the back of me, of course, you see the words on the board. And yes, they do have a mathematical meaning other than what I just presented. We're broadcasting live on only YouTube and on Instagram, 2 of my YouTube pages and on Instagram. So this is going to be very interesting. And I want people to really open their minds and their hearts, because I'm also going to tap into, since the word dharma and karma comes from a Hindu perspective, and also the Vedic and from out of India, I'm going to use 2 great books written by Indian authors. This book I mentioned in my book. This one is called, I have this book in my bibliography. This is called Numerology with Tantra, Ayurvedic, and Astrology, written by Harish Jahari. Very good book to have in your arsenal. Very good book to have. And I have a lot of Indian books too. And this one is called Vedic Astronumerology, written by a Sagar publication, Ank Guru Ashok Bhatia, Mr. Bhatia. So big up to these 2. And of course, I'm going to come out of my book and other books just to bring the picture to a larger perspective when it comes from that. I hope everybody's having a great day all over the world. Yes, I did get your email, sir. Sorry that the payment couldn't go through. It's all good. I got the email. Big up to Montreal, Canada. Yes, big up to Montreal, Canada. I used to live in Montreal, Canada. Enough respect to them. Big up to everybody that's coming on Instagram and on YouTube and different places all over the world. And you know, one of the things I like to tell people: if you know anybody else that is going down that spiritual path and that's open beyond what they was taught by the dogmatic religious organizations, please like, subscribe, share, and comment, or please like, subscribe, comment, and share with 5 or more people. After I break down the words, then I will take your questions, and of course, that will require a circulation of some sort. And I will be scrolling that on the bottom, the mathematical universe. Of course, you can use PayPal and or Cash App to circulate any type of fund. Do not use Super Chat. Do not use Super Chat. Use only Cash App and PayPal as seen on the screen. And I will answer your question or connect it to your birthday. I will answer your question or connect it to your birthday, how to use karma and dharma. Because if karma is cause and effect, in numerology, there's a thing called karmic numbers. So anytime these karmic numbers show up, these cause and effect numbers show up, whether positive or negative, it's letting me know or indicating to the numerologist that you have to be very mindful of the road that you go down in relation to the number. So if you're born under the number 13, which is a karmic number, 14, which is a karmic number, 16, which is a karmic number, or 19, which is a karmic number. And from my perspective, I consider 18 a karmic number. That's from my perspective. I've noticed that about that number from my perspective. And it's all right to actually present a new situation or a new ideal on your own research, because it is a perspective. It is a perspective. And I want to make sure I'm clear that although the consensus is that 13, 14, 16, and 19 are karmic numbers, from my perspective, I found that 18 is also a karmic number if it's not used in its most positive and productive way. So people born under the number 13, 14, 16, and 19 have to be a little bit more mindful, because sometimes, and 18, because the karma can come from past issues, past life issues, things that you are holding on to in your own bloodline from a mathematical perspective. What I would recognize. And once you understand that anytime those numbers, those quote unquote karmic numbers show up, whether it's in your name, your first name, your middle name, your nickname, your last name, whether it's in your birthday, whether it's in the year you're born, whether it's the month you're born, whatever it show up or it adds up to that number, those numbers. When I do a session for you, I allow myself to bring me to that moment of understanding. And then I will break it down and go into it. Then I will break it down and go into it and show you the individual connected to that number, how to use it and how to navigate through any of the negative vibrations that a karmic number can bring you if you don't use it appropriately. I think that's fair enough. That's fair. I think that's very fair. So those who want me to break down their birthday in relation to karma and dharma, again, you can circulate via Cash App and PayPal. Circulate to the mathematical universe, either $4.44, $5.55, $10.10, $15.15, $20.20, and more if you have to. Just so I can help guide you. But if you do want to do a major session, I only have If you want to do a major session, if you live outside of the United States, like Canada or England, because I have a lot of clients in England, Canada, Caribbean, I got people in Africa, I got people in Europe, you could text me via WhatsApp. If you live outside of the United States, but if you live inside the United States, then text me the regular phone number. But if you live outside of the United States, it's +1 347-496-1022. You know the code. There's a +1 code for certain parts of America. So if you do want to do it via WhatsApp and Signal, you're more than welcome to do that. And we'll find out what time zone you're on, and then we'll work with that time zone, because I have special times for the international callers. I have special times for the international callers. Special days that I do the international callers on. You know what I'm saying? So if you do want to book a session, I have 18 slots left in the month of March. 18 slots before I go into April. 18 slots left in the month of March. So I hope everybody's still tuning in and locked in. Okay. Big up to Miss Linda from World of Girls. She just texted me a picture of these beautiful sisters that I'll be interviewing in the next coming days. So let me turn down the music. I hope the music is not bothering. It's a meditation music, and I just uploaded that meditation music, but I'm going to turn it off because I want everybody to focus. Now I need y'all to focus. Now I need my rod to work out. Okay. Very important topic from those that are traveling the spiritual journey, those that are on the spiritual journey. Very important. And you could Google up, you can buy books on karma and dharma and the different perspective and how to use and make sure that your karma and your dharma is working well and navigating well, because it is something that comes from a Hindu and India, the perspective of India, but everything can work if you use it appropriately. Let me say that again. Everything can work if you use it appropriately. Everything can be helpful if you use it. So that's why I tell people, people that have read the Bible before, it says, "In my Father's house, there's many mansions." It's just a quote. So how many mansions in your Father's house? Did it denote 10 mansions? Did it denote 20 mansions? It says, "In my Father's house, there's many mansions." So whether you're studying Buddhism, whether you're studying Islam, whether you're studying Christianity, whether you're studying Hebrew, whether you're studying Judaism, whatever you study, that's what I love about Mother Taineta Muhammad. She was able to reach for all of them to support what also the Nation of Islam was doing. Y'all see, I got my high level conversations hat on. Big up to 19 Keys. But I also have my Indinkra symbols on too, showing you that I can take from anywhere because everything is significant. We know what the stars and the moon, the sun and the moon means in Islam. We know that it's the original flag of the original man and woman of the earth. But there's also symbols that came out of Africa, that came out of the motherland, the Indinkra symbols that mean something that's of significance to that region, which is also connected to us because we are the original people of the planet. Everybody else came after. Enough respect to their system. That's why I'm willing to delve into books of India, because you take what you need to make you a better you. You don't dog or dismiss it. You take what you need to make you a better you. That's important to me. So, the word karma in the Pythagorean system adds up to a number 17, which is an 8. 8 is a karmic number. So that's not coincidental that the word karma, C-A-R-M-A, as spelled, adds up to a 17, which adds up to a number 8. And 8 is the symbol that influences that influences the infinity symbol, because the number 8 was in existence before the infinity symbol. Let me say that again for people who don't know. The infinity symbol, when you have a horizontal 8, this is a vertical horizontal 8, the infinity symbol was invented or brought to fruition by a Dr. Wallace in 1655, which deals with the infinite lasting abilities of numbers, that it can keep on going and going and going. But the symbol 8 was already in existence before 1655. And then what is so interesting about that is that the number 1655, when you add it all together, that's 10, that's 16, that's 17, that adds up to 17, which is an 8. Not coincidence, not a coincidence. It is science, it is metaphysically, it's a metaphysical alignment for the symbol of the infinity to be presented to the mathematical world in 1655, and that it adds up to a 17, which is an 8. And then 8, also both of them represent that form of what goes around, that comes around. What goes around comes around. Powerful to know that. So even the word Dharma in the Chaldean system, see, karma in the Pythagorean system adds up to a 17, which is an 8. Dharma in the Chaldean system adds up to a number 17, which is an 8. Again, both of them reflecting that what you put out there, what goes around comes around. That's why it's known as a karmic number too. That's a karmic number. The number 8 is known as a karmic number. So that's why, from my perspective, 18, although the consensus is 13, 14, 16, and 19 are karmic number, because the 8 shows up in 18, I also recognize the 8 in 18. And because 8 and 1 are usually challenging numbers to each other, I recognize it as a karmic number from my perspective. Nobody else says it. Nobody else says it. I recognize it as a karmic number, and also implore that people born under the 18 to be a little bit more mindful on how they make moves. Because you start reading the tarot of number 18, it will tell you to be mindful of how you move. You know what I'm saying? So every aspect, every breakdown, every angle you can take with these frequencies and use them appropriately to guide you and take you to where you got to go. I see your Cash App, Stanley. You got to give me I'm here teaching, so be patient. I'm not rushing anything. So it's important. Very important. And the word karma, the vowels of the word karma, the A and the A, there's only 2 vowels in the word karma. Remember, in numerology, the inner aspect of the word, when you want to find the inner aspect of a word, some people call it soul urge. When you want to find the inner aspect of a person, the deeper inside, because in ancient languages, the vowels are usually not there until we add them in, like Medoneter or Hebraic or Arabic or Amharic. And, you know, those different older languages, you don't find the vowels, because the vowels represents the internals of that word or that name. So even if you name yourself Karma, big up to my sister Karma, my aunt, excellent dancer, excellent entrepreneur, good friend of mine. She's born on the 26th, which equals an 8. Boom. There goes that number 8 again. I'm trying to tell, it's not coincidence. When you start naming your children, you got to also be a little, understand what's the connection. So the internal of the word karma and dharma is the number 2. 2 is one of the companionship numbers that brings about balance. 2 is one of the companionship numbers that bring about balance. So if the word karma brings about the good or the bad, or is cause and effect, in order for one to avert or be alerted because of a karma, they have to bring about balance, because it represents the internal balance that one has to have. And remember, karma adds up to a 17, which is an 8. These are all healthy numbers. These are all balanced numbers. 8, 2, 2, 6. The consonants of the word karma adds up to a number 15, which is a 6. When you add the K, the 9, and the 4 in the Pythagorean system, it adds up to a number 15, which is a 6. Boom! 15 in tarot is the devil card that's saying you're battling with the material and the spiritual realm, battling with each other. Karma. You could go either way with this. What does it say? The meaning, karma is an action that can be either good or bad. 15 shows up in the consonant. The consonants represents the outer aspect of the word, where the vowels are the internals of the word. The consonants are the outer values of the word, and the completion of it, when you add all the letters, is the expression. It's the expression of the word, what is expressing about it. And the expression is 17, which is a legacy leaving number. So you got to be very careful with your karma, because you're supposed to leave a legacy depending on how you use the karma, how you use the positive aspect of karma instead of going down the bad road, because it is a road of cause and effect. Am I making sense? Put the number 1 in the chat if I'm making sense. And please share this with all your spiritual friends and sisters and brothers and nieces and nephews, because I keep it simple. There's no heavy words, and it's real simple. Karma, dharma. Karma, dharma. Very simple words. If your karma, now think about it. In the Chaldean system, remember, when I write down a word and I put numbers to it, I always put the Pythagorean on top, the Chaldean system on the bottom, the Pythagorean on top, the Chaldean system on the bottom. I do that purposely because I know that the Chaldean is the foundation for the Pythagorean, and it's a deeper symbolistic number. So the word karma in the Chaldean system adds up to a number 10, Wheel of Fortune energy. And y'all know what I said. If y'all listened to me before, y'all know what I said about the number 10. The 10 is the symbol of complete evolution in many studies. The 10 is also known, because of the 1 and the 0, because the 1 stands beside the 0, ready to initiate a new sequence of manifestation on a higher phase of evolution. Remember, 10 in tarot is called the Wheel of Fortune number. So that 10 is it represents high levels of honor and respect in any field that they choose, but their name can be known for positive and negative. The number 10 is saying that this energy can be known for positive and negative, good or bad, cause and effect. Cause and effect. I'm saying this in my book. Depending on their desire and which path they've selected, because we are all giving a path. If we choose the negative path, then the negative karma will follow you. If you choose the positive path, the positive karma will follow you. Thus, if you see what's happening in celebrity world amongst the Puff Daddies and the Wendy Williams, pay attention to what's happening. And we know what type of energy they was rolling with back in the day. I'm not going to get deep into Wendy, but Wendy is a deep subject to me, because I'm here, and I enough respect to Wendy and all that she's done for my growth in radio world back in the day, because I've studied Wendy and watched, but I couldn't do the gossip stuff. That wasn't me. But I had the chance to meet her once or twice. Good sister. Had a great time. We was cool. We kept it moving. I ain't stayed there and do no parties and all that. We was really just moving and through an event. And it was good to see her. But I worked with one of her dear friends, Karen Hunter, back in the day. And Karen was a straight up person. No joke. And she still is. She said what she means what she says. She's tall sister. They're tall and beautiful sisters doing their thing. So, but notice what's happening in the entertainment world. And what happened as soon as the month of January came in, or 2024 came in, that adds up to the 8, which brought about karma. And remember, the number 8 is the number of old things coming back to either haunt you or heal you. So when Cat Williams went on Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp's show, who was born on the 26th, and remember, the number 8 year is favorable for people born on the 26th, the 17th, or the 8th of the month, if they are balancing their karma. I'm not playing with this. I'm not new to this. So if you want to offset your karma, you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Because both numbers, the 10, can be used for either good or bad. It's a wheel of fortune of either good or bad, depending on the individual. So in the Chaldean system, the older system of numbers, coming from the melanated people as dark as me, when Lloyd went to Africa and he was over there in Egypt, the Egyptian kept on saying, "You look like the Chaldea. You look like the Chaldea." They're looking at his skin. "You look like the people of Chaldea." Better stop. I ain't playing with y'all. I got the book, The Black Chaldean. I ain't playing with y'all. Go get the book, John Brinson. And he got a lot of footnotes, and he has a bibliography in the back, extensive bibliography in the back. So the Black Chaldeans are the founders of the number system in their language, whether it was cuneiform or whatever they was doing. And then it started to transliterate and morph into what we're using from Phoenicia and all that to Greek and all that. But they studied the meaning of numbers deeply and its esoteric use. I talk about it in my book. I have to. So again, the vowels of, and before I go there, the consonants of this number, the consonants of karma, 2, 2, 4 equals 8 again. So in the Chaldean system, 8 shows up twice. 8 shows up twice, this word karma. And 8 is one of the numbers of balance and harmony, not only currency-wise, because everybody likes to say it's just a money frequency. It's not just a money frequency. It's the ability to allow currency to come through your life, whether good or bad. That's why it looks like the infinity symbol, or most of us in the spiritual world will call this the erected infinity symbol. But the infinity symbol was invented in 1655, like I said earlier, which adds up to a 17, which adds up to an 8. Because infinity symbol was inspired by the number 8, according to studies and the research. Again, karma is nothing to be played with. Feminine number, masculine number. They say karma could be a biatch, but it could also be a handsome prince. It could also, yes, it can be a biatch. Karma could be a biatch, but it can also be a handsome prince. Male, female. Male, female. Let me say it again. Male number, fire energy. Female number, the earth number. It can be a biatch, but on the other side of the biatch, it could be a beauty queen. On the other side of the biatch, it could be a beauty queen that could leave legacy, because the number 17 is the number of legacy, leaving, and that your name is supposed to be left behind, like I wrote in my book. The number 17 is the symbol of peace and love, and considered a highly spiritual number, symbolizing the 8-pointed star of Venus in some ancient circles. The 17 is called the star of the Magi. In tarot, the 17 is called the star of the Magi. The 17 energy has to maintain discipline, creativity, spiritual depth, and research. in order for you to maintain the discipline and order of your karma. Don't be afraid to circulate. Don't be afraid to circulate. Y'all understand what I'm saying? If this means anything, hey, go ahead, circulate some funds, baby. That's what we doing. It's all about circulation. That's what this ain't is all about. My life path is a 17, so I'm good. And then it goes on to say, the star, the 17 is the symbol of the star in the study of tarot. It offers health, hope, and inspiration. It depicts as a kneeling woman listening to the voice of the inner direction. Kneeling woman, as up to that number 8, that's listening to the inner voice for direction. Inner direction. In other words, connecting to your intuitive thoughts will allow you to bring forth the ancestral ideals of the past to manifest greater things for the future, because this is a legacy leaving number that your name is supposed to be left behind. That's what this number, it's a legacy leaving number. I wrote that in my book because it's a number of immortality. So you got to make sure your karma is right and exact. Again, the word karma is an action that can be either good or bad. Considered a meaning is cause and effect. It's a cause and effect. So if you put out the good cause, get the good effect back. If you put out the bad cause, get the bad effect. If you put out the mediocre cause, then you're going to get the mediocre effect back. Simple as that. And sometimes it comes quickly, sometimes it comes slowly, but it will come back to you. Be patient, brothers and sisters. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Now, Stanley, you didn't give me a birthday. You just sent the Cash App. Thank you for the Cash App. That was $6. Stanley, you didn't give me a birthday. So if you want me to break down your birthday, put down your birthday in it, and then because he sent me a Cash App, and I said circulate Mathematical Universal, circulate all that's scrolling on the bottom, and I will break down your birthday in relations to karma and dharma, because the word dharma, what's happening here now? Oh, the word dharma is a moral direction for karma. So dharma is here to give the moral direction, so you can maintain and bear positive and auspicious fruits along the way. If you believe, but not just believing, if you know you can work on yourself, because we are outside of the age of belief. We're not in the age of belief anymore. We're about knowing. So you're born, okay, for instance, Stanley gave me a donation. He's born 5/19. Already his alignment number is the same day as Malcolm X. He's born the same day as Malcolm X, 24. So his dharma, because 19 is a karmic number, but 19 is a karmic number that can mean that when you start something, if you don't finish it, that's going to be a problem. That's what 1 and 9 means. If you start something, you'll not finish it. And the only thing that can hold Stanley back is because of his 1976, which adds up to a 5. He could be scattered in his brain about it. When in actuality, the number 24 that it adds up to first, when the 5 equals the 5 plus the 19 adds up to 24, you're supposed to bring healing. You're supposed to bring discipline. You're supposed to bring order and balance in your life in order for the karma to become better in you. That's what it's all about. That's how you use it. That's how the dharma, because remember, the dharma is the moral direction. Your moral direction is to heal and help and teach people because of the alignment number. That's your moral direction, to bear positive and auspicious fruits for the future because of that birthday. So if you didn't make a donation, Miss Walters, and that's my family's last name, you got to make a donation in order for you to get me to break down anything. So you think about what you got to do, and it's scrolling on the bottom how much you can make: $4.44, $5.55. You can keep on going just like that. Powerful. You understand what I'm saying? So your dharma is your alignment number, your achievement number. But your karma is being born on 19. 19 is a karmic number, but it's one of those. If you listen, it's one. Matter of fact, 19 can be one of the most successful numbers. It's the number in my book. I talk about it. It's the number of the symbol of final accomplishments, from the alpha number 1 to the omega. Because number 19 is usually a very highly favorable number if they finish what they start. Number 19 is a highly favorable number if they finish what they start. And number 19s are paradigm shifters. Look at Malcolm X, born the same day you're born, Stanley. Look at and you dropped another. Thank you for another cash app. And look at Grace Jones. She was a paradigm shifter from out of Jamaica. Anybody born under that 19 energy can be a paradigm shifter, because that's the number. That's why 19 keys, although he's not born on the 19, but his life path is a 19, because that young man is born 5 plus 4 plus 1990. And that equals 1999. And when you break that down, it breaks up to 19. So 19 keys, life path is a 19, which is a 10, which is a 1. So he got 3 levels of the number 1, but 19 is the first level. So it's not coincidence that he called himself 19 Keys, and he's born March 4th, 1990. It's not a coincidence. I'm wearing 19 Keys hat. I'm not playing with this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Because 19 is one of my favorable numbers. So I know I'm going to be on his show one day. He already asked me to be on his show, so we just trying to line things up. Big up to him and his producer, Brother Amachi. So it's important that we understand how to use our numbers so we can use the dharma of our numbers, so we can have good karma in our number, our righteous karma for righteous movements and righteous abilities. But thank you very much, Stanley. I've been on you already. I see Holly Hammett also put in some money. I think Holly Hammett, I don't know. I think if you're on Instagram or you on YouTube, I don't know where you at. You know, Boss, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you very much for donating, man. I don't know what did you donate for. I didn't know if you wanted me to break down something, but somebody said it doesn't matter what position you have at work and if your salary is tight. Karma is there, and that's right. Karma is always there, even at your job, wherever you are, it's always going to exist. But it's how you handle the job. It's how you handle the job, how you approach the job, even if you're low, even if it's tight, even the money low. Are you going to your job with enthusiasm? Because a man or a woman with enthusiastic thoughts when going through the job can create better karma for themselves, because they're showing their dharma as being positive. And there was once a story that Les Brown taught us back in the day. Trying to remember the story. He taught us back in the day that there was once a man that just wanted to work, and he would work overtime for less pay. And when one of the managers, he worked so well, when one of the managers left, they put him in the management position. But he worked so hard, he went there with a jovial and happy attitude. Good karma. That's what a boss or what a person you work with wants. They want good karma, good vibration, but good vibration, yeah. We're looking for good vibration. We're not looking for the bull crap. If you're working for me, I'm looking for good, energetic. When I was working for SLBs, I go there happy-go-lucky, and he put me on the stage. He made me a partnership with some of the shows because I had a good vibration, and I was only getting paid like $200 per promotion. And then I became a partner in producing the Reggae Wednesdays or the Reggae Tuesdays, which Tuesday and Wednesdays happens to be some of my good days. And come to find out, the owner of SOBs was Sounds of Brazil. He was Aquarius like me, so we understood each other. So this is nothing to play with when you're dealing with karma and dharma, because remember, the word dharma is a moral direction for karma. That's what it says. Bear positive and auspicious fruit so you can bear fruit. So if your dharma is right, it will help guide your karma out of the negative if you keep your mental and your spiritual and your happy-go-lucky attitude in whatever you do, because it will pass. Every storm always becomes a sunny day one day. It always happens. A storm. Right now, there was a storm in Georgia. You think a storm is going to be there? It was sunny, nice sunny yesterday. Calm and storm is the duality. Calm and storm is the duality. I'm good. I'm enjoying the calm and the mother flipping storm. I'm enjoying it. Because we know that the storm, whether it's rainy, is there to wash away. So the mindset, when I was on radio with my partner, one of my business partners on radio, Prince Kalunda, we used to call the rain liquid sunshine. That's a whole nother perspective. Instead of making rain dull, making rain upsetting. Oh, it's raining, so we can't go outside and play. Play inside. Right now, the rain is cleansing the street. Have some fun and wait till they finish cleaning the street. You just, like my children or children back in the day used to write on the floor with chalk and all that kind of stuff. Yo, the rain comes the next day and wash all that away. So the cleaning guy of that neighborhood did not have to clean that up, because the rain came and washed it away. And not only did it wash it away, it washed the houses, it made sure it watered the plants, it washed the steps, everything was done. So it's the perception. So if your dharma, the moral direction, and your perception is right, it will help the karma to be better. Yo, put a number 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. I'm trying to show you how this works. The word dharma adds up to a 27, which is a 9, which is the higher vibration of thought, love, and understanding and understanding. That's the 9. The 27 is the number of creativity and productivity, and you will reap the benefits of it. That's what the number 27, I wrote that in my book, Numerovational for Mental Stability, about the number 27. And again, we already broke down the 17 and what it means. It's a life, a legacy leaving number. So if your dharma and your karma is working together, you're supposed to leave that legacy. You're supposed to get that money, that finance. That's where that is, baby. Stop playing with it. I see people sending me, okay, I see donations. I see them. I see 444. I see 444. All right, I'm seeing 444. So let's get into it. Let's see who else. People are sending. Peace, king. All right, good. So, okay, this person, I just sent a cash app. All right, I see it. 1218. Now let's look at that. 18, like I said, to me is considered a karmic number, because the 1 and the 8 is challenging, but the 1 and the 8 is challenging you to build your character. Challenge you to build your character. But the creative aspect is the 1. The 8 is the currency aspect, but it's also an old soul aspect. But when you add that 12 plus the 18, that adds up to 30. So the karma of the number 30 is recklessness and going down a scandalous and gossipy road. You got to be very careful of talking too goddamn much. That's one thing. That number, anytime that 30 or that 3 or that 21 show up, you got to be very careful of talking and not walking the walk. And if you're talking, make sure you're talking life and spirit and love and optimism into people. Because remember, the number 30 at that particular alignment number or pinnacle is that number of joyful presentation of who you are. More than likely, you love to dance, you like good music. That's what it's telling you. Stay on that jovial, happy level. Because 12 plus 18 equals 30. And then 18, like I said, is a karmic number to me, because once I've studied the patterns and cycles and sequences of it, in my book, I talk about the number 18. Get my book. It's the symbol of the material side striving to destroy the spiritual side. That's a karmic number because karma deals with good and bad. And the number 18 in my book, I talk about it. It is the symbol of the material side striving to destroy the spiritual side of nature. So you got to bring balance. I'm talking to this person that gave me a donation. Thank you very much. You got to bring balance. And the number 18, and I break it down in my book, is the number of the exploring of secrets, of the secret realms. You have to pay attention to your intuition and write. Make sure you have a journal. I hope you have a journal next to your bed because your ideals, and it's a very intuitive number because remember the number 18 is connected to the number moon. In tarot is connected to the moon and can depict deception and unforeseen perils. However, many concealed things are to be learned even by those who are already advanced on the path. The number 18 also reflects that the developing soul must hold tight to spiritual powers that is the sustainer of all things. So you got to work on your spiritual work. You got to do a lot of spiritual work, but be willing to write it down because of that alignment number, that number 30, that 12 plus that 18. I ain't even deal with a year yet. But that year tells me you need to finish what you start and make sure you create a lane for yourself because 19, when you break that all down, when you add that 19 plus that's 10, that's that 18, that's 19. The year that you're born is a number 19, another karmic number that says whatever you start, you got to finish. Duh. Does it take work? Yes, but enjoy the work because the number 18 is a number 9. 9 deals with higher level of love and understanding, but the 1 deals with the creative, the paradigm shifting aspect, and the 8 deals with the balance, but also deals with recognizing assets and liabilities in your life and move forward. While you're writing, because that number 30 is saying, hey, turn your pain, pleasures, and passion into profit. Stop playing. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm just saying, for that person said I'm spot on. I have a journal. Yes, you have a journal. Yeah, man, that's what you're supposed to do. I'm just letting you know. So the Dharma is very important guiding. It's just like DNA and RNA for some reason, because the RNA helps to carry the DNA. But we always talk about the DNA. But the RNA helps to carry the DNA according to certain sciences. Very, very interesting. So I'm seeing people, okay, people are throwing PayPal and Cash App. Okay, hold on. I got to look on my PayPal now. I got to look on who's doing it. Let me go to my email. Yes, Lord. I want to look on my phone, but can't look at my phone right now. Let me just look on my emails behind the scenes here. Hold on. I see y'all throwing stuff. I see y'all putting it in. All right. I see it. All right. We did Stanley. Stanley was in the building. Big up to Brother Rich also. I hit him up today. Holly hit me up. Thank you very much, Holly Hemmett. 939. Stanley sent again. We already did Lucy, Lucky Lucy. Lucky Lucy. Okay, Lucky Lucy. I see what you sent. Did you put a birthday up in there? Did I talk about you already? 444. For a random person in your views. Okay. Yeah, random person. All right, look, 444 is a very interesting number. But when you're dealing with 444, remember 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 12. Again, that number 3 is very important. See, Lucky Lucy, you didn't put a birthday in there. I don't think Lucky Lucy did a birthday, so I'm just going to deal with what the 444 means. So if you're constantly seeing 444, let's say you're constantly seeing what we call angel and what I call angle numbers, because the angel will work for you if you take the right angle. Let's get that right now. The angel will work for you if you take the right angle. The angel will work for you if you take the right angle. Yes, Angus, I see you did send 22. Oh, okay. You're born 22 of January 55. I mean, not January, of July 55, July 22. A friend, I just spoke to my friend who's born the same day, not the same year. That's a whole different thing. So let's talk to I want to talk to you on how you use karma and dharma with angel, quote unquote, angel number. And remember, angel numbers don't just have to be 3 numbers. Angel numbers, if you're seeing the number 1 a lot of times, if you see the number 2 a lot of times, if you see the number 10 if you see any single digits or double numbers or triple numbers or 4 quadruple numbers, a lot of times the same sequence, 1 2 3 4 or 1 2 3 or 1 2 or 1 in the same sequence at least 3 or more times, that can be considered an angel or an angle number also. So y'all don't get it confused. That's why when you go to angel number books, like Doreen Virtue's book, although, like, again, she doesn't do this anymore. Angel number book 101. You could go to number 1, and she'll tell you that the number 1 is stay positive. Everything you're thinking about right now is coming true. So be sure that you're only thinking about what you desire. Give any fears to God and the angels. And that's the number 1. That's what she's saying about the number 1. So anytime you see a certain amount of numbers, 1 number, 2 numbers, or 3 numbers, or 4 numbers, a certain amount of time, that's when you could start considering an angel number, but it's also alerting you on what angle you want to take so you don't develop any bad karma with it. And you want the moral direction of that number. So you take the higher positive direction of the number 444 or 111 or the number 1 or the number 10. That's how you look at it. And you can look it up. You can Google up these meanings, but it's just that my perspective is when I see 3 numbers or 2 numbers, I always look at the levels of it and I look at both sides, because to every angel, there's a demon. To every angel, there's a demon to it. Always think about that. So, let's see. Okay, boom. I did Stanley already. 1218. Lucky Lucy, she just was random and showing love. Okay, thank you very much. Boom. Okay, Angus, you said you're born 755, 72255. That's very those 2 numbers alone are very important to your life. I'm going to explain something to you. Seeing 22 and 55 in the year you're born in Vedic numerology, they usually don't use the number 19 in certain systems. They'll push the number 19 away because that is the universal number of that whole year. That 19 is just automatic as far as they're concerned, but they'll use the 55. Now, in numerology, 55 is the number of adventure, fearlessness. So hopefully you was a very adventurous person, but I could see where you probably cautioned yourself a lot because of the number 7 and the number 22. 22 adds up to a number 4, but that 22 is a master builder, a master architect, a master of spiritual building as well as physical building. And because that 7 is a mental number, in my book, Numerovational for Mental Stability, the number 7, the number 4, the number 8, the number 5, and the number 3 can be mental health numbers where you could be imbalanced with your health. And usually people that are born in the 722, they overthink a lot of things. You got to stop overthinking. And your alignment number is a 29, which is an 11. 2 plus 9 is 11. When you add 7 plus that 22 adds up to the number, it adds up to 29, which is 11. And 11 is the spiritual runway of balancing the spiritual with the physical, but always paying attention to your intuition, especially your dream, your daydreams, your night dream. Your intuitions are very powerful and it's been that way throughout your life. But if you didn't activate and use it to its appropriate, then it could become 22s. One thing about 22, you got to remember 22 and master numbers can be very hard numbers to carry with if you don't use them appropriately. They can be because with great power comes great responsibility, like I always say. And because 22 is that master builder, in my book, when I talk about the number 22 in my book, I talk about it being the symbol of a good person blinded by the foolishness and the follies of others. So maybe you as a person, maybe you're a person of good-heartedness, but every time you gave your heart to somebody or gave your friendship to somebody, you find that there's some type of deception going on. That's why your intuition is the first guide. Numerology is just a confirmation, but your intuition is the first guide. I always tell people that are born under certain numbers that deal with a lot of power that always let your intuition be your guide. Let your gut feelings be your guide. Learn to mold your mind because 22 adds up to a 4, which is a mental number. Learn to mold your mind with the intuitive number of 22 and 29, which is the alignment number. And then you find where your power lies. Then your DHARMA, because you're here to guide people and manifest things on a higher level. Everybody born under 22 in the celebrity realm have done great things. Sam Cooke, born on the 22nd of January. Shaggy, born on October 22nd. Reggae artist Beanie Man, born August 22nd. Professor James Smalls, born October 22nd. Him and Shaggy share the same birthday. So people born on the 22nd is supposed to move mountains on a grand level, but sometimes y'all second guess yourself and it happens from whatever happened in your first part of your family life. Because of that 29, which is 11, you need to forgive and let go of a lot of that. You got to go walk down, because what happened when you don't forgive and let go of a lot of that stuff, it becomes a negative karma that keeps on coming back to you. It keeps on coming back to you because you're holding on to things when you're supposed to let go. And I would suggest the person that's holding that birthday, I would suggest doing hypnotherapy or getting some type of therapy, someone that you could talk to and release all of that energy, or learn how to positively compartmentalize it through hypnosis. A great friend of mine named Kendall Cobb, she can be very helpful for that. She helped me with hypnosis. I didn't go to any regular therapist. I went to a hypnot because I know my numbers says I need to really master and balance off my mind, and hypnotherapy really helped me. And her name is Kendall Cobb. Go to hypnosiswithkendall.com. That's hypnosiswithkendall.com. I think she can help you. She lives in Canada, but she does it online. She does it over the computer. She does it, and she'll even send you the recording after she does it. But it's something that can help that master number 20. I don't care how old you are. Celebrities like Bruce Willis and all these people, Tiger Woods, all of them did hypnosis to get to where they got. It's all about using the different modalities. I don't care what religions you practice. Hypnosis go way back into Kemet, go back into Egypt. They had hypnosis temples to help hypnotize people to get them on their path. So, Angus, I think that's what you need to do. She said, Ashe. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? All right, I just want to make sure. She said, that's true. I'm just saying. That's so true. I know what it is looking at your numbers. And it's nothing psychic. I'm not a psychic. I tell people in all my sessions, I start them off and say, numerology is not psychic. It pays attention to patterns, cycles, and sequence, and it can seem like it's cycles because it is revealing the interpretation throughout your life patterns, cycles, and sequences going into your future. It can seem like it's psychic, but it is not a psychic endeavor. It helps to heighten your intuition a little bit more. It helps to heighten. Yes, Kendall. No, not Kindle. Kendall. 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 It's a woman's name, not Kendall. Hypnosis with Kendall. Let me see if I can find her Instagram real quick. Hold on. I'll find her Instagram and share it with you right now. Let me find. That's my girl. She just texted me yesterday too. Kendall. She just texted me that. There it goes. There it goes. I'll share it right now on the screen. Boom, boom, boom. I'll share her Instagram. And her, matter of fact, let me share her website. Let me cancel that. Let me go to her website because her website is up here too. All right, let's go to the website. Boom. And I'll put it in the chat. Copy. And people that have a lot of mental numbers, yes, Kendall will be good for you. I'm telling you, Kendall will be good for anyone that's going through any mental issues and anything that need to be resolved, especially from the past. She stopped doing past life regression, but it is what it is. She don't do the past life. That's beautiful, Kendall. That's Kendall right there. Look at my sister. She's married to a good friend of mine. That's my sister. She's very sensitive, very hands-on with you. I think she does even a 15-minute free one just to assess where you are. That's what Kendall does. She does a free one just to assess where you are. This is her website right here. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. This is her website right now. I'm going to put it in the chat. All right, this is a website in the chat right now, Hypnosis with Kendall. She's been doing it for 26 years, going on 27 years this month. This month, she'll be going on 27 years. That's her website. It's in the chat right now. Snatch it up, hit up Kendall and tell her King Simon sent you, and she might even give you a deal. I don't know, but I know she's she's worth it. She's worth it. When I say she's worth it, she's worth it. Make sure y'all go to her website. All right? If y'all don't get to see it, y'all can rewind this and look at it again. All right, so that's her website. People born with a lot of mental numbers, if you got a lot of 4s in your chart, if you got a lot of 7s in your chart, if you got a lot of 8s in your chart, if you got a lot of 5 and you got a lot of 3 and you're overthinking a lot, check out Kendall. Let her help guide you and give you, and you got to be open to it. If your mind is not open to it, then don't waste Kendall's time. Please don't waste the time. Don't do all of that. Don't waste the time. You got to be open to it because there's a lot of scared people out there. They put a lot of scary stuff out there. Angela Parker. Okay, I see you're born. Angela, I see you, Angela. I'm gonna break you down right now. Angela sent me a PayPal. Angela, I see that you're born on. Okay, you're born the same day as Little Richard, and also Walt Disney. Very interesting. Hold on one second. I'm going to take a quick break and I'm going to come right back to Angela. I'm going to take a quick break and then I'll be right back to Angela. Hold on. Getting this chemicals out of my system because I had a dental. Remember, I went to a dental appointment a few days, so I had to take the ibuprofen and the amoxicillin. So I also have my tea. I have my tea that I'm drinking for liver cleanse, so it can move the poisons and toxins. Big up to my girl, Dr. Shakira Moore. Dr. Shakira Moore has a great liver cleansing tea. Make sure you support her. She'll be on with me this coming Sunday, March the 3rd. She'll be on with me. She has an excellent liver cleansing tea and gallbladder tea. So I'll be right back. I got to use a bathroom, and I'll be right back after this. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. Okay, I'm back, and I'm black, family. I'm back. Gotta flush all that stuff out of my system, family. Woo! Gotta know how to flush your system after you take those type of medicines. Okay. Big up to Dr. Shakira Moore again for the detox tea, the liver tea. I got it from her a couple months ago, liver and gallbladder tea. Big up to her. She'll be on my show talking about loving your eyes because your eyes is the window to your health. So she'll be on with me. Also, Dr. Shakira will be in Brooklyn, New York. She knows she's from PA, so she'll be in Brooklyn, New York with us On this particular day, let me show y'all this. She'll be in Brooklyn, New York with myself, Adara Moselle, Lloyd Strayhorn on Sunday, April the 14th. That's Sunday, April the 14th. You know it. Lloyd is going to be with me on the 14th. And because it's a weekend, King Simon Friends called Spiritual Alchemy. Dr. Shakira Moore, the iridology from a spiritual perspective. Myself, the numerovation from a spiritual perspective. And of course, Lloyd Strayhorn, the astronumerologist from a spiritual perspective, and Adara Moselle, the tantric healer from a spiritual perspective. We're going to be in that building, man. And don't forget the 13th, the day before, we're going to have Ma'a from Fig Tree, Dr. Sabi's wife, who started that whole healing journey with her. We're going to have Unc Rising Sun. You know Unc, the mad scientist, making a difference. That's what mad means, making a difference. And Mama Ella is going to put it on us. Woo, Mama Ella going to put it on us. And then that next week after is going to be Rizza Islam, April 27th and 28th at Nicholas, Brooklyn, at Restoration Plaza and Nicholas, Brooklyn. He's going to be doing a book signing, going to do a meet and greet and all that kind of stuff. So big up to them. But it's going to be the 13th, 14th, and the 27th and the 28th. Big weekends in Nicholas. And do remember, people in Atlanta, guess who I got coming to town, baby? Guess who I got coming to town? Hold on one second. Let me run this copy for you. Go.
Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are mere fragments from the periphery of the African cultural and spiritual system. And so I'm still making that statement that Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are fragments from the periphery of the African spiritual and cultural system.
The legend Professor James Smalls with special guests Destiny Pendarvis and Tassili Ma'at. Get your tickets at Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. Get them now. That's right. Get your tickets right now. Go to my Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. Professor James Smalls coming for 2 days. He's actually going to be doing a public one on the 6th. And then on the 7th, he's doing a private one. Only 33 people. Tickets has already started to sell. So as I'm promoting and doing what I got to do, tickets are turning up. Right now, the prices has gone up this has gone up to $35 now. It's $35 in this month of March. You got a whole month before the next price go up to the next price. It'll go up to $45 in April. So, and that'll be at the door also. So I'm telling people, y'all need to get out there. This price will stay the same, $99 all the way through. And then by the time April comes in, then it'll go up last minute. That last minute stuff I don't like. So if you pay for your early bird tickets for the $99, you got to use Cash App and PayPal only. So you got to text me for that. All right. Let's get back to who I'm dealing with now. I'm dealing with Angela. Now, Angela, this is how you're going to handle your karma. Because, first of all, look at your numbers. I want you to look at your numbers real carefully. Because a lot of you naturally know what to do, internally know what to do. I just mentioned 2 names that is born under that name, under those numbers. I mentioned Little Richard, who was the innovator of rock and roll. And I mentioned Walt Disney, who was the innovator of entertainment. Both of them are 2 different types of entertainment now. Think about it. Rock and roll, which is more musical, and Little Richard did his thing. Walt Disney created a whole amusement park with Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and all kinds of stuff. Both of them, that number 5 rules entertainment, communications, adaptability, versatility, and the likes and the movement. So, but watch what I show you. 12 plus 5 equals 17. So your alignment number tells me that your dharma, remember what the word dharma means. Your dharma is a moral direction for karma. Karma adds up to a 17 also, and dharma adds up to a 17 in the Chaldean system. Karma adds up to a 17 in the Pythagorean system. So your alignment number is aligned with your dharma, which is the moral direction that you're supposed to take in order for you to build your legacy. That is what you're supposed to do. But you're supposed to build your legacy in an entertaining, in a adaptive attitude, and a joyous attitude, because number 5 is supposed to spread positivity. Because you're born on the 5th, you're supposed to spread positivity. And thus, no matter what their background was, whether what's the name was, what both Little Richard and Walt Disney were gay, were homosexuals, period. Because 5 is that number that can go down any roads because they love their freedom to do whatever they want to do. And they got to remember that freedom ain't always free. So when you do certain things, again, moral, whatever immoral things will follow to become a karmic thing. And what goes around comes around, and it can be positive or negative. Remember, dharma means is a moral direction for karma. So dharma is the direction, the moral direction. So just because you're born on the 5 don't mean that you could do anything you want in this realm. Because this realm comes with consequences. This realm comes with consequences for people born under that 5, that 14, or that 23rd of the month. And if you have a lot of 5, and I've had a lot of gay clients, homosexual clients, and they always ask me, that's what they ask me. They ask me is, do you see anything that could connect me to being gay? And I said, I went like this. I could go to the board with this one. The word gay. In the Chaldean system, that's 1. That's 3. I'm sorry. That's 3. That's 1, and that's 1. Chaldean is the mystical system. 3 plus 1 plus 1 equals 5. So if you have a lot of 5s in your chart, you have to be very disciplined with your tendencies. If you're born under the number 5 or the 14, I won't be surprised if women tried you. I won't be surprised, because that 5 sometimes could attract the illicit side of sexuality, or it can cause addiction to sex. I'm just showing you so when my gay clients and my homosexual clients ask me about all of them, I say, yeah, there's a lot of 5s in your chart, and the numbers that can have the possibilities of going down that route is the number 5, it's the primary one, then the number 9, and then the number 3. Note what I'm saying. Number 5, number 9, and the number 3 are the primary numbers that can go down that route of being homosexual or gay, because of addictive personalities. Addiction to drugs, addiction to liquor, addiction to sex, addiction to whatever. So they can go down the bisexual road, the trisexual road, the bestiality road, the whatever road they want to go down. I know it's sounding nasty right now. I'm not talking about you, Angela, per se, but I'm just letting you know that when you have that 5, you got to be a little bit more disciplined. And because that number 12 plus 5 equals 17, that your alignment number says you're supposed to be a leader in industry, in politics, in whatever business transpire you do, have multiple streams of it and take it to the next advancing level, because the 5 advances that number 17, which is to your legacy that you're supposed to leave, whether it's for your children or your family. You're supposed to leave a legacy because that alignment number. And then because you're born in 1966, remember that 12 plus 5 plus 1966 equals 1983. And then 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 8 is 18. 19, 20, 21. You're supposed to write about it. So people born with the 3 energy need to turn their pain, pleasures, and passion into profit. And the number 5, they need to turn their pain, pleasures, and passion into profit. So whatever you went through in your past, all the bull crap that you did, all of the little nasty good stuff or bad stuff that you did, you need to write about it and turn your pain, your pleasures, and your passion into profit, so it can bring about good karma, because you're taking a moral road to try to heal somebody through your experiences. I'm talking to Angela. All right, family, I'm going to keep it moving now. Let me see who else gave me a donation before I get off of here, because I got to get off of here. I'm just saying. What's the name of your book? Name of my book? Here's the name of my book, Numerovational for Mental Stability, and it's coming to Audible soon. It's coming to, not Audibles. I'm actually going to put it up for free, raw, uncut. because I'm going to be recording this week the raw and cut version. Then the one that's going to go to Audibles is going to have a motivational musical background. So this one will be for free on a private YouTube channel. I will definitely guide people to the private YouTube channel, or I'll put it on my Patreon page. But it's called Numerovation for Mental Stability, or you can get all of my books, any of my books. Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple. Children's health is important. Numbers are simple. People are complicated. And no promotion is bad promotion. All publicity is good publicity. Just spell my name right. You can purchase it through Amazon or Kindle. I don't think Numerovation is on Kindle yet. But you go through my link tree / King Simon the Numerovator. And remember, the audio book is coming soon. The audio book is coming soon, and that will be with music background. But the raw one will be on YouTube, where you'll hear me switch the pages and all that kind of stuff. That's gonna be raw, straight to the point. I ain't got no time to be playing games. I want to give that one away for free. But the Audible will be on all major platforms once my son edits it. Once my son's studio does the editing and everything, and clean up and all that. Certain sounds, you're not gonna see the paper switching over. He's gonna edit. My son is gonna edit it at his studio after I send it to him, and then we're gonna get it in, and that will be on all major platforms with motivational music on the background, frequency music on the background. That's how I'm gonna read this book. But and look out for my new children's book, Let We Tell the Story, is coming out. Woo, me and Rainbow Art. We did this. She's the illustrator. I am the author. Let We Tell the Story is a children's book about Black history, and we telling our own story from our own perspective without nobody else telling our story. You know what I'm saying? So our melanated people, this is for those melanated children, grandchildren, nieces, and nephews. This is who this is for, all right? That's a new book that's coming out. Look out for the next week or so. Definitely by the time the New Year's come in, spring, all right? So we're going to definitely have that out. So back to the people that gave me a donation. Let me look at the Angela. I hope you got, wants his too. Boom. I did Angela. Angela, I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Sent the super chat. You sent the super chat. I told people not to send super chat. Why people don't listen? I sent people not to send super chat. I didn't put up super chat up there. It didn't say super chat. That's why I haven't responded, because there's no super chat. I didn't tell people to put super chat. I said Cash App or PayPal. That's what I said. I did not say super chat. But like we would say in Jamaica, we not listen, people not listen at all, no blood clot, they not listen. And it's definitely no less than $4.44. People are sending $4.44. I'll scroll that on the bottom again. $4, no less than $4.44. I do not respond to $1.11. I don't respond to that stuff. I really don't. I'm like Star from Star Report. I don't respond to no $1. I'll return that to you right now. Thank you very much. Hold on one second. I'll return that to that person who dared to send me $1. If you dare to send me that, I'll return that to you real quick. I got no problems with that. Hold on one second. Allah have mercy. Me not in that blood clot. Don't think me in that blood clot there. Nah, not into that. $4.44 and up. Not $1.11. No, we don't do that. You can keep that. Yes, Caroline, let me give that back to you. Let me give that right back to you. Let me give that right back to you. You can have that. Thank you. I appreciate, but I want people to listen to what I'm talking. I'm straight to the point. I don't play games with people. I do not play games with people. No $1.11. Please, like I got scrolling on the bottom, circulate $4.44 and up. $5.55, $10.10, $15.15, $20.20 and up. That's where we going. But if you not listen, me not respond to no blood clot at all. I have to come in my Jamaican talk. I have to talk my Jamaican thing. Me ain't that foolishness. And you can call me whatever you want to call me. But you ain't going to call me broke. Because I'm not. Like Les Brown taught us, I'll never be broke again. Simple as that. I'll never be broke again. Never. Oh, my goodness. So, Angela, we did you already. We had fun with Angela real quick. We did it. Yeah, everybody changed their mind. No, Sun Studio today. I don't know who's Cujo. I don't know who Cujo is. You gotta let me see. Oh, Cujo in Jamaica. Low to born in Jamaica. Okay, I see Cujo. Yeah. 777. Okay. So Cujo. Let me see here. I see a Cujo in the building. I see a Cujo in the building. Guess he's born in Jamaica. All right. So we deal with it. I'm from Spain Town, not too far from Prison Oval Rock. Spanish Town, a Prison Oval Rock. Yay! Just a cool and deadly. Yay! Some call it Spanish Town, a Prison Oval Rock. Yeah, Barrington Levy. Big up to Barrington, a good friend of mine from years ago. I used to work with Barrington Levy. First of all, Cujo. Interesting enough, that number 8, because you're born in the 8th month, you have to always be disciplined in whatever you do and however you do things. That's the number. And the 5 can offset that because you're born on the 23, which is a 5. But the 23 is a number of compassion, expansion, and the number 5 helps to travel and make that number travel even beyond where it's at. But your alignment number, when you add the 8 plus the 23, it adds up to a 31, which is a 4. So you got to get out of your head space. You got to get out of your head space. The number 31, in my book, I talk about the number 31 because 8 plus 23 equals 31. And I'm talking about the alignment number or the achievement number, or some may call it the first pinnacle. And the first pinnacle and the month that you're born is a indication of where your parents are supposed to take you, or where your parents are supposed to guide you. So since 8 plus 23 equals 31, in numerology, the number 31 is the symbol of self-containment. So sometimes you live in your own head when you're not supposed to. It's a number of 31 is the number of self-containment and seclusion. So there's times when you want to be to yourself, be in your own headspace. If things don't go right with you in your life, you go into your own little seclusion. I understand that. But one thing you don't want to go into seclusion, you don't want to go into seclusion negatively. It's all right to meditate, but in your meditation, you want to manifest whatever you need to create and product. So if you go into seclusion, make sure you have a book, something to journal and write your ideals down, Cujo, because your alignment number adds up to 31, and that 31 is a self-contained, seclusive number, but it can lead down to negativity of depression if you don't learn to harvest that energy and use that energy appropriately so you can build what you need to build in your life. Because the number 31, which equals a 4, is the creative aspect, it's a demanding aspect, it's a jovial aspect because of the 3 and the 1, but it adds up to that number 4, which is a building apparatus, the need to build whatever you're thinking about. Because if you build on the negative of what you're thinking about, that's when it becomes something negatively karmatic or karmic. But remember, the word dharma is the moral aspect of the number that you're born under. So the moral aspect and direction of that number or that frequency is to be a builder, is to be a writer of your arts and whatever you need to put out there. Remember, 23 is called the royal star of the lion or the lioness. It's a promise of happiness. If you read my book, it's in my book about that number 23. The number 23 is the symbol of the royal star of the lion or the lioness. The number 23 is one of the best combination of numbers. You're born the same day as Kobe Bryant. He who used his 23 quite well. Although he was chasing Jordan, and he's chasing Jordan. Jordan wore the number 23. Chasing Jordan, following Jordan, becoming Jordan in his own right. And then he did his thing from his own perspective, because 23 is a very favorable number because it's known as one of the best combinations of numbers to have. And it's a number of charming, being witty, being known to be a free thinker, but not a thinker that's going to be, that let themselves be aggravated. And sometimes that alignment number can allow you to be aggravated, where it becomes nervous breakdowns and nervous issues if you're not protecting your mind. I'm talking to Cujo. And because when you add the 1954, that equals 1985, and 1 plus 9 equals 10, 10 plus that 8 is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Your life path is a number 23. So 23 shows up in your life path when I add it all together, and it shows up in the month that you're, the day that you're born also. So you got 23 at both ends of your spectrum. You just have to use 23 as what it is, the royal star of the lion and lioness. Haile Selassie is born on the 23rd. That 23rd is a powerful number. If you use it appropriately, it's a number of extraordinary gifts, talents, and skills. But you got to be very careful of overindulgence, especially in vices like marijuana, especially in vices like liquor, especially in vices like sex. You got to be very mindful of doing that. And because you're born in the year 1954, remember that 1954 adds up to a number 19. And 19 means you, and anybody that carries that number 19, you're supposed to shed light onto things, because the 19 is the number of the sun that's supposed to shed light onto things and to finish what you start. I'm talking to Cujo. Cujo, I hope that helped you. So true. She said, oh, so true. That is thanks. That is thankful. Thank you. It's very important for him to hear this. Yes, we are going to get all your books. No problem. No. Don't get it all. I don't sell my books when I come to New York. Go online. I do not bring my books. I do not sell books anymore. Everything is online. So don't wait till I get to New York. Just get the books, and then when I come to New York, I will sign the books. But I do not do vending anymore like that, because it takes too much time to carry books. I ain't got no time for that. Buy it online, and then I will sign them when I see you. Just make sure you come into when I do not carry books like that anymore. I stop all that. It was too hectic for me. That was too head consuming. I got no time for that. Really and truly, I don't have no time for that. I'm just being honest. It don't mean that I'm better than anybody. It just means that I don't like to do those type of things. Somebody else said, let me see. Somebody like Caroline. Caroline sent, okay, I refunded Caroline. She sent $4.44. I see Nicole, 719. I see Nicole. I see Himita, 223. I see. Let me see. Okay, let me go to Nicole. I see it on my Cash App. All right, I'm about to shut this down. So please do not send no more payments. I'm not doing any more after this, because I get ready to shut this down. Remember, I came out of surgery. I'm still healing, but I heal fast. And praise the Creator, I heal fast. Thanks to the Creator, I heal fast. And I actually played some healing frequencies for my teeth to heal fast. That's those healing frequencies on there. You can play those healing frequencies, and they're very helpful for people who wants to heal their teeth. Dental. I was playing it while I was at the dentist. I was playing these healing frequencies while I was at the dentist too. So they allowed me to play those healing frequencies. So it definitely helped me along the way. All right, so I'm gonna handle these last few people. Someone said they sent 12, but I don't see a $12 there. I don't know where. I'm going to go. Somebody said that trying to figure out who's who here. Okay, I do see it. I see 1210. Okay, I do see you. I'm going to go to Nicole first. Then I'm going to Harry Asma. I believe that's the person's name, Harry Asma. Asma. And then I'm going to, hold on one second here. Let me just make sure. Raga, Seri Raga. Yeah. Whoa. You don't have to dread to be Rasta. Don't have to dread. This is not a dreadlocks thing. Strictly foundation from the heart. You don't have to dread to be Rasta, yeah. Don't have to dread. This is not a dreadlocks thing. Big up to my late great friend who just passed on, man. The guy who sang that song, Peter Morgan, the son of he's the son of Denroy Morgan. I do anything. I do anything. I do. Big up to him. He just passed on. The lead singer of Morgan Heritage just passed on. May he rest in peace. Was a good soul. What a good brother, man. We all have to go one day, and I'm patient. I know I have to go one day, but and when I go, look, I want a big old party. I don't want nobody crying. I want people breaking down numbers at my birthday, at my going away celebration, because that's a new birthday into the physical realm and the spiritual realm for me. So y'all heard what I said. I want everybody breaking down. I don't want nobody crying. I want people to laugh and enjoy and break down numbers and have a good old musical time when I pass on. That's how I want to do it. I don't get that. Go on that. You don't have to dread to be Rasta, yeah. Don't have to dread. This is not a dreadlocks thing. This is not a dreadlocks thing. This is the last person. I got a few more people I got to finish off. So do not circulate any more funds to me. Let me put that up on the board. Let me put that up on the board. I do have that. Do not circulate any more funds. I'm good because I got some other things to do. There it is. Do not circulate any more funds. I'm about to close down. So let me finish off these few more people that I got. Nicole. A lot of mercy. First and foremost, again, that number 19 is a karmic number. Let me go to another book. Let me go to one of my books on. I want their interpretation about that karmic number, and then I'll go into what I got to go into. All right, there it is. It says this number also carries the negative characteristics of the 1 and the 9. I'm coming out of this book. This book is very good. You can get this at Nicholas Brooklyn. Numerology for Decoding Behavior. Then I'm going to get into it from my own perspective. It says this number 19, this number also carries the negative characteristics of the number 1 and the number 9 achievement number, alignment number of pinnacle. It usually indicates that there can be pain and suffering during the first 20 years of life. You hear what it's saying? It usually indicate that it could be pain and suffering during the first 20 years of life. The pain can be mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. Its purpose is to prepare these individuals as potential leaders in their field to develop a stronger sense of self. So what they're saying, the negative is that you could have went through a lot of stuff in the early parts of your life, but it is really preparing you to develop a strength for yourself, a stronger self, a strength of self, because the positive of having that number is recognizing and eliminating any abandonment issues. You have to eliminate any abandonment issues. So if you've been abandoned by your father or your mother or a relationship, you got to forgive and let that stuff go. Let it go. Don't hold on to it. Like Les Brown would say, let go and let God, for real. And because your alignment number adds up to a number 26. Remember, 26 is a number, and when I go into my book, 26 is a number that you got to be very careful of bad directions, bad associations. You have to be very careful of bad advice, bad speculation, bad partnerships, and also bad unions. So, especially because you're born under the sign of Cancer, and Cancer have to tap into their intuition a little bit more. So your gut feelings, Nicole, always told you who you're dealing with, what you need to do. But if you gave people the benefit of the doubt, because cancers are such a loyal aspect, cancers are very loyal people. But your alignment numbers are 26, and 26 is the symbol of consideration of the path taken. So you had to consider what path you took within relationships, within business, whatever job you took. You had to consider it. And if you didn't consider it, that's when the problem can come forth. The 26, which your alignment, when you add that 7 plus the 19 adds up to, is also the number of treading lightly and of caution. So you have to pay a little bit more attention to your intuition and what your gut feeling tells you. And you also have to be very careful of energy vampires, Nicole. You have to be a little bit very careful of energy vampires. You know, very careful of that. I'm talking to Nicole. And remember, 19, like I said, is a number that shine light on things. And 19 is actually, being born on the 19 is a number of happiness and honor. It promises happiness and honor, and it promises high level of respect and ambition, but you can't second guess yourself. When you find yourself second guessing yourself and being indecisive and all that kind of stuff, that's where the negative of karma, when your dharma is supposed to tell you to shine light onto things. Remember, the number 19 is the symbol of the final accomplishment, and it's the alpha and the omega number. It's the number of creative leadership, paradigm shifters, innovation, self-confidence. So, Nicole, you have to stay on that level of self-confidence, leadership. Carry yourself on a higher level of understanding and understanding and tapping into your intuition a little bit more deeper than usual. You know, and because you're born in the year 1974, when you add that life path, the month you're born with, the year you're born with, the month you're born with, the day you're born with, the year that you're born, that adds up to a 2000, to the year 2000. So second guessing yourself on the negative can be a problem, when in actuality, you need to go with your intuition. And if your intuition guides you to do something productive and positive, then do it. If you go down the negative road, which can be karmic, negative karma, then it can cause problems in your dharma and your karma. Because remember, the word dharma itself, what I said it means, dharma is a moral direction for karma. So if your number 19 is known as a karmic number, the positive aspect of that karmic number can give you a moral direction of where you got to go. And because that 1 and that 9 deals with whatever creative aspect you start, you have to creatively finish it on a higher vibratory level because of the number 9. And then that 1 and that 9 equals the number 10, which is the wheel of fortune of accomplishment. And remember, the word dharma, the word karma adds up to a number 10 also. So karma is energetically connected to you, the person born under that number 19. And remember, the karmic numbers, according to the consensus of most numerologists, is the number 13, the number 14, the number 16, and the number 19. I added the number 18 only because I seen certain karmic things that was going on with the number 18 that can be highly powerful to people that carries the number 18. I grew up with somebody that was born under the number 18, always getting himself in trouble because he didn't find that balance of his creative aspect. Instead, he turned it into criminality, but he's gotten better now because now he's an electrician, which 1 + 8 = 9. 9 rules the electrical world. So does the number 1. So does the number 3. Anything dealing with electricity and fire and all that kind of stuff, 1, 3, and 5 rules that. And now he's a licensed electrician. He's not doing the negative. I'm not even going to say his name because he don't even like himself being on social media. So again, Nicole, although your name, your numbers is connected to the karmic aspect, karma only means cause and effect. So it depends on what cause you put out there in order for you to get the best effect. That's what's important about that. Now, thank you very much, Nicole. I'm going to go to somebody else. Let me go to Caroline. Oh, Carolina, mirror, jump across. Oh, Carolina, send me wrong. I'll make me jump and prance, mirrors, jump across. Carolina, come bubble upon me. All right, and then last but not least will be Caroline. I don't see a birthday for you. I hope you put it in the chat. Caroline, did you put it in the chat? Because I'm not doing any more people. Do not circulate any more funds. I am so thankful. Much love. I hope I got to understand. You know, I'm not Calfani. I'm not Khalifa. I'm not doing any more. I'm finished. You came late. I don't see any on anybody that did Caroline. I don't see your birthday up here, so I don't see any birthday. Oh, that's your birthday? I don't know. Caroline. Oh, Caroline Brooks. I guess that's your birthday. 11/22. 11/22/64. Okay, go ahead. 11/22/64. Very interesting numbers. 11/22/64. 11/22/64. And everybody that did a session, I suggest y'all do a longer session with me, because my sessions are 30 minutes and you'll get more out of it, most definitely. So your birthday is 11/22/64. You got to remember 11 plus 22 is 33. And you're born in the month of the 11, which is a master number. You're born on the day of the 11, of the 22, which is a master number. And it adds up, your alignment number adds up to a number 33. Now, 33 on its positive level, alignment or achievement or pinnacle numbers are one and the same. That's the first pinnacle that opened you up to this realm on what your parents needed to guide you to do. Even if they did it or not, it will come back and revisit you, especially when you have those master numbers. But I tell people with master numbers all the time, it does not mean you become a master right away. And it might mean that you have to go through the studies and the education of the master number 33, 11, and the 22. Because it tells me that you, throughout your life, you may have mastered certain things, and certain things you had to heal from, because the number 33 as your alignment number is those that carry or have the possibilities of being excellent with communication, mentoring skills. I don't even like to use what word mentoring. Mentor me is really homosexual acts of giving knowledge to young people while having sex with them. I don't even like using that word. But Jejna, being a Jejna, which is an Ethiopia word for accountable teacher and guide, Jejnas. So your karmic, your master number 33, when I add the 11 plus the 22, says you can be an excellent communicator. You should strive to be an excellent communicator, and also a Jejna for guiding and teaching other people, and also developing a charismatic personality, because that number 33, which your alignment number or your achievement number adds up to, deals with deep universal insight. And the person that holds that number, 33, is a master teacher, master healer, master Jejna of the world at large. So you're not limited to one aspect of the world. You can do everything on a higher level. And remember, 33 in spiritual and metaphysical aspect is the Christ anointed energy. That's what they call it. So I'm talking about the 11 plus the 22. The 11 is the spiritual runway. Is the one that have to pay attention to the intuition and be guided by the intuition. The 22 is the master builder, the master healer. So the moral compass is to build, is to be spiritual, is to heal people along the way, so your karma doesn't take you down a negative road, doesn't take you down the bad road or the destructive road. That is what you're supposed to do on higher levels if you choose the mission. I tell people every time, I tell people all the time, it's just like the Mission Impossible. When Ethan Hunt is given that tape, if you listen to what the man is saying, he said, Ethan Hunt, this is your next mission. If you choose to go on this mission, it's up to you. If you choose not to go on this mission, this tape will still destroy itself within 5 seconds. And you can have your own frequencies laid dormant until you're ready to use them. I'm going to say it to the people in the back. All of the numbers represents a frequency. They have a positive and a negative. And if you choose to lay dormant or keep your frequency dormant, then you maybe have to come back. If there's a such thing as reincarnation, maybe you have to come back and do the damn thing over again. That's you. Because you have chosen to let your powers stay dormant. Don't let your power stay dormant. And because this person, this Caroline Brooks, and then even the name Brooks have master numbers in it. Even the name Caroline has power to it. The name Brooks, look at Mel Brooks and what he did in history. Look at Brooke Shields and what she did in history, in their history, in entertainment. But the double O in the name Brooks is the 66 and the 77. So you not only have 11, 33, and 22 in your chart, you also have master number 66 and 77 just because of the double O in the name Brooks. So you have a couple of master numbers that you can use at your giving, at your calling. But you got to work towards building those master numbers so they can masterfully help you on different levels. So you can be the master of your own destiny, the master of your own expression, the master of who you're supposed to be on a higher level, Caroline Brooks. And I wouldn't be surprised if you become a writer. I had somebody on here that was born the same day you're born, and he's an excellent astrologer. He's born 11/22. He's a master teacher. His alignment, you and him might not share the same year, but both of y'all have the alignment number or the pinnacle number, the first pinnacle number or the achievement number 33, and then you're born in the 11th month and you're born under 22. You have this eagle energy that's supposed to fly high, but if you're holding yourself back, that's you holding yourself back after I'm telling you this. Keep it moving. Next and last person I'm going to work with. Next and last person. I hope you enjoyed this, Caroline. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you do a full session. And those that came on with me, I only have 18 slots left in the month of March. So if you want to book a session with me right now, text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. 347-496-1022. You text me your full name and date of birth, and we can get it in with your full name and date of birth so you can have a full understanding and understanding recorded and sent to you so you can unpack it for yourself. That's why I record and I don't write down my sessions, because when you're listening to what I'm saying and then writing down for yourself, taking notes, that's when you're going to get the power of the use of the sessions that I provide. I do numerovation. I attempt to use your numbers to motivate you. But if you are not open to the motivation, then that's you holding yourself back because of my mommy did this to me and my daddy did this to me and I didn't get what I want and I wasn't up. They raped me, they molested me, they fathered me, they held me back. You're still alive. So your testimony can be rewritten every day of your life if you want it to be. It's up to you. Go get the damn therapy. Go get the hypnotherapy. Go do whatever you got to do to clear that stuff and that ilk out of you from what happened in your past so you can move on in your future. You're looking at a brother that almost took his life at 8 years of age. Then I thought about it in my 20s. Then last time I ever thought about it was in my 30s. And every time I thought about it, there was some type of spiritual intervention. If I would have done it at 8, I still got the mark on my wrist for trying to cut my wrist at 8 years of age because I felt my family and friends didn't love me. So if I succeeded in taking my own life at 8 years old, guess what? you would never have heard of me today, to the point that I can help and guide you through your mental problems. I can write books and help and guide you. I can do sessions and help and guide you. I can write children's books to help and guide you. I can do audio books and help and guide you. I would have been dead. I would have been in another realm, or I would have came back through somebody else. I don't know, in my family. What is for me is for me. What is for you is for you. If you hold yourself back, whether you get it at 30, 40s, or your 60s, or finally get it in your 70s, no matter what time you get it at least you got it. And that's why the old saying, it says, don't leave this world without sharing your individual gifts, because all of us have individual fingerprints. All of us have individual frequencies. All of us have individual eye retina scans. All of us have something individual to offer to the world. If we decide to find it, show it, reveal it, no matter if it comes from God, Allah, Jesus, whoever it comes from, male, female, whoever it comes from, it's time for you to shine your mother flipping light to the world. Shine it. Don't hide it. Shine it. Don't hide it. Shine it. Don't hide it. Last but not least, last person I'm going to work with. This is Hemeta Embry. Hemeta Embry. You're the last person. Thank you very much. Hey, like I said, I'm not supposed to be here. I wouldn't have been here. I would not have been here if I didn't listen to my internal powers. Because at the age of 8 years old, which is one of my challenge numbers, and it's a karmic number, we go back to karma. That karma of me taking my life would have affected my family on a major level. It would have affected because I was the first boy child. It would have affected my family on a major level, and people don't even understand. That would have affected, because I was the first boy child to my mother and my father. That would have affected my family. And then it was at my 8 years, and remember the word karma and the word dharma adds up to the number 17, which is an 8. So if I would have took that negative road and took my life without finding out who King Simon was and who Anthony Simon Brown was, or Tyrone Anthony Simon Brown was, if I didn't use that, if I didn't listen to those ancestors that were barraging my head with, you're going to miss your grandmother. You're going to miss your, because my grandmother always showed love. My mother always showed, my father always showed love. But my other families, my cousins and all of them, it was kind of because they was torturing me. I never got molested by my cousins. That was a mistakeful word that I used. It wasn't molestation. They tortured me because I ate their food or drank their drink without permission. So my cousins, my male cousin, will beat me up and tie me up in a shirt and throw me around from each other like I was a football. And sometimes I hit the floor and I'll start crying. And then my girl cousins, because I ate their food, they would swing me around and throw me around and all kinds of stuff. I was a little boy. So I felt that I wasn't loved. And then you go to school and people hate you for your skin complexion and all kinds of crazy stuff. So that is what I went through as a child. To the point when I got the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad through the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. I can never leave that brother out. From the Master Farad Muhammad, when I got that teachings, oh boy, who is the original man? The original man is the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe. That triggered my DNA and my RNA to flip out of that self-hatred. Out of that self-hatred, when I got those lessons from 1 to 10, 1 to 20, 1 to 20, 1 to 20, 1 to 36, when I got those lessons and had to memorize all those things, and had to become part of me. I'm thankful. That's why you'll never see me disrespect the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, Clarence 13X, Father Allah. I'll never disrespect Minister Farrakhan. I'll never disrespect Khalid Muhammad. I'll never disrespect Mother Tanetta, our Sister Ava Muhammad, Sister Clara Muhammad. I'll never disrespect Mother Clara Muhammad, and none of them in the Nation of Islam, because the lessons of those lessons of 1 to 10 saved my life, was one of the reasons I got my life saved. One of them. Not the only one, but that was one of the reasons that saved my life. So let me get back to this last but not least, finish it off. This is the person I'm dealing with. Remember, family, today's broadcast was called Karma, the Numerovational Meaning or Perspective of Karma and Dharma. The Numerovational Perspective of Karma and Dharma. Do not circulate any more funds. I'm about to close down this broadcast. Appreciate you all. Really, I really do. I really appreciate you all. Give thanks. Give thanks. Don't have to dread to be Rasta. Okay, I've been talking about the 23 all day, but this person is a little bit different than other 23s only because of the alignment number. And when you're looking at that 2 plus that 23, that equals 25. So when you have an alignment number 25, let me see what they say in the Vedic numerology book about that number 25. Let me see what they say in the Vedic numerology book about the number 25. Okay. Let me go to the Vedic numerology India, from out of India. Let me go to that book. I'm willing to always share that wisdom of. So I got to take off my glasses and read this. It says those connected to 7, 16, or 25, 2 plus 5 equals 7. And I'm doing that because her alignment or her pinnacle number, when you add the 2 plus the 23, it adds up to 25. It says, according to the Indian system, I'm glad they said that because it's coming from their perspective. According to Indian perspective, the Lord of number 7 is Ketu. It is a very difficult to understand these people because it has several hidden secrets. Their sight is piercing and dominating, and they are art lovers and studious people. Yes. They know very well how to give dimensions even to a small thing. They are visionary and far-sighted people, and they also stand for truth and take care of their time. They never go away from their principles of ways of life. They are serious people and purchase only the essential things, and they are well versed in reading the minds of others. They have keen interest in religious activities, and they are lovers of solitude and love to hear words of their appreciation. It's just basic about the number 25, which is a 7, which is that alignment number for this person, Humeta Ibri. That's from an Indian perspective. Let's see what they say about that particular alignment number from a cosmic numerology perspective, written by Michael Brill. This book was written by Ankh Guru Ashok Bhatia. This book, Astronumerology. This book is written by Michael Brill, former employee for NASA. Former employee for NASA. Let me say that for the people in the back of the universe. Former employee for NASA. And I'm just letting you know that they're studying. So when you have that alignment number that adds up to 25, the 2 plus 23 adds up to 25, you have to be careful of abandonment issues, are the primary factor influencing the way those with that achievement or alignment number interact with others. If you have this type of achievement number or alignment number, you have the need to be needed or validated for your wisdom, intelligence, compassion, and insight or usefulness. For those with that achievement or that alignment number, patience is a huge issue. Patience is a huge issue. You have very little, if any. The opposite is also true, and you may get bogged down over analyzing minute things because of your need to avoid the embarrassment of not knowing. You need to know and will ask a lot of questions. I'm talking about the alignment number. The 2 plus the 23 equals 25, which is a 7. The positive of that is trusting, spirituality, analytical, using your psychic abilities, introspective, being empathetic, understanding your objective, being open, being vulnerable, a seeker of knowledge, patient insight, intuition, see all things and all sides of an issue. The positive number 7, learn I have not been abandoned. You have to recognize whatever you went through in your past, especially with family and all that, realize that you have not been abandoned. And control is an illusion. So, 2 different books. Now I'm going to my book about that number 25. And I'm doing this because you're born under the number 23. I've been breaking down the number 23, but the 23, because it adds up to the 5, can add scattered energy. To add scattered energy, although it's the number of the royal star of the lion or the lioness symbol, and it's one of the most best combination of numbers to have, sometimes you overthink certain things when you don't have to. I'm talking to this person named Ibri. I don't know if you're a man or a woman. Embry. I'm talking to Embry. I don't know if you're a man or a woman, but remember, 23 have to be very careful of addiction to negative things. It's better to be addicted to positive things than to negative things. Let me say that again. It's better to be addicted to positive things than to negative things. Embry. And because 25 in numerology is the symbol of strength and experience and observation, your strength and your experience, because of your alignment number, you will, through your experience, that's when you develop your strength. And the number 25 is the number of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of self. So there's a lot of analytical things that you have to do. And also that number 25 bring a certain endurance and discipline to that number 23, because 23, which is a 5, can go down the road of being scattered all over the place. Nervous issues, anxiety, all of that can happen with the number 23. Miss Ibri. Okay, Miss Ibri. That's your Miss Ibri. Okay, good. Now that we got that straight. And when you add the 2 plus the 20, the 2 plus 2 plus 23 plus the 1991, and your name is very interesting. I would love to do a full reading or a full consultation with you. I don't do readings. I do consultations and advisory. Your life path as up to 2006. So something very significant may have happened during 2006. If you look back in time, 2006, something could have happened. But that 2006 is 26, and that's the symbol of consideration of the path taken and treading lightly. So in other words, when I look at your whole numerical scope, anything you do, you have to research and observe in order to have endurance of that thing. The 23 is that number of shining your light, but making sure that you are communicating yourself with compassion and being willing to expand. And then because your life path adds up to a number 2026, which is either 8, You have to be willing to recognize assets and liabilities in life, both people, places, and things. You got to recognize who are assets in your life and who are liabilities, and keep them moving. Keep them moving. Somebody just shared, I'm sorry, I'm not doing any more. This was the last person. It says, do not circulate. You see what is scrolling on the bottom. Do not circulate any more funds. I'm about to close down. People not listening. You're not reading. I'm not doing that. So I'm not, thank you for circulating, but I'm not doing it. I'm very straightforward with people. And first of all, I did not tell people to send any super chats. I don't do super chats. Only Cash App and only PayPal. Again, people don't listen. Y'all are coming in late and y'all feel y'all can do whatever you want to do. I'm not that person. I'm sorry. All right, so keep it moving. So this is the last person. Miss Embry, you have to recognize in your life who are people, places, and things in your life. And how do you let them go? Anybody that's not an asset, they got to go. Because that is your life path that has followed you. And sometimes people born with that 26 life path or that 8, you have a tendency to go down the path of bad speculation, bad partnerships, bad unions. That's the problem that y'all go through a lot. Bad partnerships, bad unions, and bad speculations. When in actuality, your alignment number, the 20 plus the 23, which equals the 25, says you need to observe and listen more before you run your blood clot mouth. Learn, because 5 love to run their mouth sometimes. Sometimes, nah. Sometimes your mind is all over the place, chatterbox, and y'all thinking too much. When the 7 or the 25 is telling you to research, reanalyze, reassess, and observe what you're doing first, so you can have a better dharma and a better karma of your life, because your life path is at 8. Life path is at 8. Understand? Agreed. She said agreed. I'm just saying, stay focused. Stay focused. And all those that did a super chat, I'm sorry, I don't do super chats right now. I don't do super chats at this time. It's going to one of my children's thing there. But big up to you. Thank y'all very much for doing super chat. Thank you very much. If you want to book a session with me, text me your full name and date of birth. If you live outside of the United States, please use WhatsApp and let me know that you did take a picture of your super chat, and I'll take off the $20 off of the session. My session is $136 for 30 minutes. So I will take off the $20 since you sent that $20. I will take off the $20. Just take a picture of your super chat. And if you live outside of the United States, text me via WhatsApp. If you live in the United States, please text me via regular phone. Book a session and I will take off. Book it within this few days. I'm not waiting for a whole month. Don't do that to me. So if you did send a super chat, I will honor the super chat and take off the price of the super chat off the session, so we can do the full session. And there was somebody else that sent a super chat too. Let me scroll up to the top. Somebody else sent a super chat, and I wasn't honoring that either. I tell people I don't fool around with people. Somebody sent $4.44. If you book a session with me, Tariq, which means comer by night, Tariq. My son is named Tariq. Book a session. I'll take off the $4.44 off of the session, but you have to take a picture. So here it is. Take a picture, book a session. My session is $136 for 30 minutes. I'll take off the $4.44 off of it. And the last person that sent the $20, I will take off $20 off of that, and we can do a full session. Let's stop playing. Don't play with me. We can do a full session. I'll take off $20. Take a picture of this. Take a snapshot of this. I got you, because you're the one that did it. But text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496. I only have 18 slots left in March. And I'm definitely going into April quick, fast. I know this. I know how this works. I'm about to go on a few major stations and a few major things. I already know how this works. So make sure you do it now. All right? Okay. All right. I see you say you will do. All right. All right. Thank you very much, Harmony. Let's stay in harmony. Let's stay in harmony. And Tariq, let's do the same thing, Tariq. You could do the same thing. I got you. All you have to do is pay for a full session. I'd rather y'all not play with me. Don't play with me. Please don't play with me. I'm born under that frequency of the number one. I mean what I say and say what I mean. That's one thing I do. I mean what I say and say what I mean. When I say don't send super chats, I mean don't send super chats. If you see it scrolling, do not circulate any more money. You gotta read. We miss reading. We're not reading anymore. And that's the problem. We're not listening. We're not paying attention. That's the problem with our young people today. Why is our adults going through the same problem? Read. In the Quran, it says, Ikra, Bismi Rabbika al-Khalaq. Read in the name of your Lord who created you. Read, Ikra. Read. Yeah, gotta focus, Harmony. Yes, gotta focus. Gotta focus. We gotta focus. We got to. Because in our focus, there's power. That's why I was focused on what I had to teach about karma and dharma. And no doubt, your numbers say you're supposed to bring harmony to certain things. I understand. I see what it is. But I'm not doing, and let me let y'all know, I don't do compatibility sessions anymore. I do not do compatibility sessions. I'll send you to Lloyd for that. Lloyd or Jackie, they can handle that. It's too much. It's been too much stress. Because one thing I'm realizing, in closing, when I did compatibility sessions, if one person is not willing to work at what I told them and what they need to work on, then it won't work. Because sometimes, and mostly it's the men. Women might be ready to work at it. Men, I want to play around. You got men that will send me 3 different women's birthdays. Talk about, yo, kid, let me know which one is best for me. Nigga, you playing around. Negro, you playing around. Why don't you gather all of them and see if they want to practice polygamy? Why don't you? That's the thing I'll tell them. I said, look, wait, see, you're playing around. And that's a dangerous game when you're dealing with women that is not used to polygamy lifestyle or polygynous lifestyle. It's a dangerous game when you're messing with women that are not Hebrew or Muslims that would agree with that type of lifestyle or born under that African traditional system of marriage, of polygamy. That's why in the Holy Quran it says you can marry up to 4, but Allah suggests that you only have 1. Period. You can marry up to 4. It's permissible, but you can suggest that you only have 1 and then it ends with if you only but knew. If you only knew why it's best for you to have 1 woman. That's deep. The Quran wasn't playing. The Quran is not playing. Yeah, Abraham had 2 wives, but one of them had to get out the house because of one. Because this is what can happen. Yeah, Moses had 2 wives, and this one had to go down their route. If they but knew. Yes, I'm serious. You can't be messing with women like that. Women are the ones that are the purveyors of polygamy. They're the ones that are supposed to agree with it. It can't be no guy practicing polygamy. If you practicing polygamy, it ain't gonna work. I tried polygamy in the club life. And yeah, I had a whole bunch of women and all that back in my club days and party days. I was the MC, women coming all around. I talked to a few of them still to this day. We laugh and talk about the madness and old pictures that we have of each other back in the club day. But that was polygamy, not polygamy, because polygamy and polygyny comes with rules and respect. And polygamy says that a woman and a man can have more than one. Polygyny is only when the man can have, and then you have the poly lifestyle where everybody is in agreement with what thing. I have the book written by my brother, one of the Dwayne Mooney. I have the book about polygamy written by Dwayne called Sacred Man. I have a book by him, and he breaks it down very well. He has a poly lifestyle, and all of them, even though the woman might be in their own little life with their man and all that, they all agree with it, and it works well for them. Whatever works well, it comes with rules, regulation, and hygiene. Let me say it again. It comes with rules, regulations, and hygiene. I'm going to say it one more time. It comes with rules, regulation, and hygiene. People got to get themselves checked out when you're practicing the poly lifestyle, or you'll be polying herpes to each other, or polying STDs to each other, or polying all that. I'm going to have to, let me get off of this. Let me get off of this line. Let me get off of this line. I'm out of here. Family, I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh and talk some knowledge. It's the kind of knowledge you will not find in college. Comes the time I have to say, so long, bye-bye, saranada, assalamu alaikum, hotep, shalom, peace. Islam. Thank y'all very much, man. Thank you very much, family, for coming on and enjoying my madness today. Instagram, did you hold on? Did you work with me? Did Instagram stay on with me? I don't know if Instagram was able to stay and rock with me. I think they probably eliminated this at the end. Instagram was not ready for me. So yeah, I think Instagram probably ended early because I went into 2 hours. So yeah, I think they ended early. So big up to Instagram. Yeah, they ended early. So big up to Instagram who ended early. But YouTube, both of my YouTube channels, thank y'all very much, man, for being a part of the journey all the time. And thank y'all very much for those who circulated finance and your dollars. And like I said, those 2 people that did do super chat, I will defer the price off of the session. And please book your session with me as soon as possible. Text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. And whatever I sent you as the price is $136. You take that away from the price that you paid on the super chat, and I will hook you up. Definitely hook you up, and it will be an intimate conversation with both of us about your name and your birthday and the cycles that you're in and all that. And you get your personal numbers, you get all of that in personal months, challenge numbers, all of that. You get all of that with me. All right, so thank y'all very much for tuning in and locking in. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Remember, this coming Sunday, I have the one, the only Dr. Shakira Moore will be in the building. Shakira, lot of mercy. She will be in the building live and direct with your brother, King Simon. Can't wait to have her on. She's a beautiful soul. And I'm drinking her tea right now, the detox tea. And that's what it is. And do remember, get your tickets now. The prices have gone up. The early bird ticket has gone up to $35. It's no longer $25. The early bird ticket has gone up to $25 for Professor James Smalls in Atlanta for 2 days. The 99 ticket still holds until April. April, the last minute people, it goes up to $150. So you want to make sure you get your ticket last minute people. That's going to April the 1st is going to go up to $150. So it's $99 all the way through March. So be careful. Don't do that. Don't do that. Come on in. Let's have a good time. And then April, I will be there. Spiritual Legacy, April 13th. And then April 14th, I will be there. Spiritual Legacy. My man Rizza Islam is coming to town. April 27th and April 28th at Nicholas also. And make sure you check out Dr. Layla Africa. Make sure you hit up Green Studio, New York, NYC. Also, boom, make sure you support Carrie Ann Ingram and all the things that she's doing here. Make sure you support our sister, Lloyd Strayhorn. You know, I always got to big up the Baba, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Make sure you support the audio book is going to be free on YouTube. It's going to be a raw version. Me having a good time, just reading, enjoying myself. And then the professional version will be going on all platforms. All right. But if you want the raw, uncut, and laughing and enjoyable times, because I'm telling my story through the book, that's what I'm going to do. The children's book is coming out soon. Big up to Rainbow Arts. And remember, you can get all my books through Amazon or Kindle right now. Amazon or Kindle. Well, a few of them through Kindle, but the other ones, Amazon definitely, or go to my Linktree /King Simon, the Numerovator. Remember, text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022, 347-496-1022. And remember, family, remember, please accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. Dr. B. Serious says, I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I am thankful for my life. And Dr. Blair used to say, please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. Thank you, family. Be your greatest self. Take care of yourself. Be strong in yourself. And remember, it's the Dharma that carries the karma. So if your moral compass is right in what you do, then you should attract good cause and effect in your life through the karma. All right. So that Dharma is a powerful thing. So is karma. All right. And sometimes they use it interchangeably, but the mathematics don't lie. Believe me when I say this. So stay focused, stay strong, stay healed up, and be your greatest self. Take care. Peace. Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
Eye to eye, heart to heart, each one teach one, us. This is Professor Imhotep, the Island Monk, here at Warrior Kido Jiu-Jitsu, Way of the Warrior Spirit. So we're here to go over the rules and try to make that as swift as possible for you guys. So the rules essentially are very few. Number one is to follow us on TikTok at the Island Monk, or if you have Instagram, you can follow us at Warrior Temple, Island University. Or if you really love us and want to show us support, you can follow us at both. You're going to find the Kata Shodachi, and you're either going to duet us on TikTok or collab with us on Instagram and win 10 tickets for every additional video you do beyond that. So as we say with all the warriors, eye to eye, heart to heart, each one teach one, us.
It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now.
Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are mere fragments from the periphery of the African cultural and spiritual system. And so I'm still making that statement that Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are fragments from the periphery of the African spiritual and cultural system.
The legend Professor James Smalls with special guests Destiny Pundarvis and Tassili Ma'at. Get your tickets at Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. Get them. So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerovator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.